And welcome back to Utica Curling Channel. We've only been away for about an hour from a thrilling pool play game, but we're here with you with some quarterfinal action in this 2026 Empire State Winter Games. Our feature game tonight is team from Buffalo, Team Stakura, playing the Red Rocks against Team Shelton. One of our local teams, they'll be playing the Yellow Rocks. Team Stakura looks like they will, well, by virtue of their DSCs, the Red Rocks all out here will have the hammer here in the first end by finishing a little higher in their pool. Already underway, the ice was prepared early, and we're off and running here in our quarterfinal game. This is a B division quarterfinal game. Our A division games are on sheets 1 and 6. Our B division games are on 3 and 4, and our C division games are on sheets 2 and 5, and we'll keep you apprised of all of those games as play goes on. Our top two qualifiers in the championship playoff division, they receive byes into the semifinal, were Team Stuhlman and Team Hames. Team Hames winning a thrilling game against Team Feldman in our last webcast. In our B division, Teams Bratton and Rochester 1 have won byes into the semifinal of that bracket. And in our C division, the Measure and the B team have earned byes into the semifinals. Everybody else is in quarterfinal action tonight. Just a reminder, we are playing 8 ends. The no-tick rule is not in effect, and if tied after regulation, games will be decided by a draw to the button. And we certainly had a thrilling one earlier today with 6 attempts to draw the button. One team eventually prevailing.
Yeah, and that game was a really crazy comeback, too.
That was an 11-11 tie. That's crazy enough to start, and then 6 attempts altogether by both teams to put a rock in the house. Rochester winning that one on a draw to the 4-foot. Very nice come around. That was Maria Stakura. Nice freeze onto shot stone.
That was about 14-second hog-to-hog here in the first end.
So good speed early.
Yeah, this might surprise some of the athletes. You know, typically in spiels with a lot of draws throughout the day, there's not a lot of time for the ice crew to get big scrapes in, but Utica Curling Club has 2 scrape machines, so one with a 4-pass, one with a 3-pass, and suddenly the ice is going to be pretty darn fast in the last draw today.
Jasmika Huzik with her draw attempt, just a little wide and heavy. Now Maria Stakura attempt to put another one on top of her shot rock. Get this first end started. Good position already with the last rock advantage.
This one's going to sneak into the back 4, maybe even the back 8.
Yeah, very quick early out of the box, huh?
Yeah, so a little bit of adjustment needed here to find the tee line. We've had good speed the entire weekend so far.
But I think this is the fastest it's been in the first end. Monica Costa, this looks heavy also. Might catch the back one. Trying to push this over. Just too much weight. Now Dave Stakura.
We've seen some of them in bonus broadcasts, but I don't think we've covered one of their games fully through so far.
This looks like better weight.
That one's going to come up a little short.
Dragged it a long way.
Will cover shot rock a little bit better, which is nice. Now Shelton, a couple options here. Most likely to work out in their favor would be this freeze onto the button. Get another hog-to-hog time here. This one looks really fast.
It's too much weight. Gonna have to dial it back. It is really quick. Dave Stakura with his second. They're sitting one already, looking to draw in for a second. This one's going to overcurl.
All 6 sheets being played for the first time so far in this spiel, now that we're out of pool play.
Yep, it's the big crunch time. Quarterfinals, some teams will be eliminated tonight. All these losers will be out.
That's another thing that could be contributing to the speed right now. More bodies on the ice than in any other draw so far.
For sure.
And in case you needed more excuses, it's now 10 degrees outside,
Ooh.
which is the warmest it's been so far in about 2 weeks here in Utica.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of the cold. I don't mind the snow, but the cold has been pretty chilling. So Natalie Shelton now with her first.
Now we're going to try and freeze to this again, it looks like.
Just wide.
Let's see if it can curl over. This thing's going to need to break a lot. It's starting to come over.
Come down to the back one. Ooh, nice draw.
Not quite shot, but it's in a decent spot.
Second rock. Team Stakura can draw down to that and tap it back, I think, to sit 2. Very tricky.
Good amount of weight on this one.
Yeah, got to get to the nose or a little inside.
12 and a half hog to hog there.
A well-managed rock.
That's very nice.
Beauty.
So they'll set 1-2. Team Shelton now kind of has the same play as before. They've attempted this twice now, and first one went very nicely.
A well-managed rock.
The second one rather went
beauty.
nicely. So they'll set 1-2. Now they just need to do it again.
Yeah, there's a pocket to draw to now.
This one got a little bit further out wide.
Yep, and a little heavy too.
Through the rings.
Chance for 3 now for Team Sakura. They just need to draw to the full 4-foot. They can even come to that back red, I think, right? And still be shot. Yes,
Yep,
they can.
They can. Unfortunately, they can't get to the shot rock with enough weight to move that yellow back, so it'll just be for 3.
I'll take 3 anytime. That's a good score.
Yes.
Anytime you got the last rock.
If the angles were just a little bit different, they could think about that.
Yeah, they can't throw enough weight to get enough curl to punch that yellow out. So this will be just a draw for 3. Line looks great. It's a matter of weight.
Yeah, it brought down the weight quite a bit.
Yeah, and the tolerance on that was heavy because you had that backer.
Yeah. I can understand the logic. A lot of things in the back of the house this end. It's been running really fast this first end here. But it'll be a deuce for Team Sakura. Not a bad start to the game. Our feature match finished up their first end before anyone else, so we'll get you updated on those other scores when we can. Everybody else throwing their skip stones. Starting off second end now. Sakura, first rock, went through. Now Shelton here. Just looking to put a wing draw on.
Yeah, Sarah Moore just looking to come into the side of the house here. Needs to dig. And it's going to stop nicely.
This one should be right above T-line. Quite nice.
When you're throwing these rocks to the wing, the best spot for these is just a little bit behind T-line, maybe back 4, weight so that the opposition can't use them to hit and roll to the 4-foot. Kind of the most underutilized part of the house is that two back quarters of the house. But they're quite handy if you're playing this junior deuce. That's when you throw that first rock with a hammer into the wings. And the center guard in play. It's a pretty high guard. It's almost not in play. This would be a good opportunity to split the house.
Yep, Sarah Moore here coming the other way around now.
Love to have these two rocks even.
This one's curling a little bit pretty early. See where it ends up.
And they're starting to run out of rings. They're going to have to go hard to keep this on the rings.
That one's going to stop just a little short. Yeah.
Didn't quite get in, but usable corner guard. Leads have it very tough. They have to throw the first rocks of the game before they know the ice. They have to usually throw new paths all the time if they're not throwing those center guards. And often pass off your bad rocks to them. Nice control weight takeout here by Maria Stakura. She's thrown very good shots so far.
Didn't get much of a roll on that one.
And you can see plenty of that. Jasmika Husick now being asked to remove shot rock and see if they get a little roll underneath the corner. Well, a little out. If it's down weight, it may work. It's coming back. Needed all of that light weight to get the curl back on that one. Well done.
Kind of a similar situation with that one. Got out wide, didn't really come back at all.
Yeah, didn't want to come back with that weight at all. Okay, Natalie's going to ignore that rock now and try to get around this corner guard. You've got last rock. Advantage this end, so try to get one buried early. Probably like bite 8 here. You don't want to go too deep. That guard is so high.
Yeah, maybe even full 12 so you can come around it and be in the 4-foot.
Yep, that would be okay too.
This is going to over curl a little bit and sneak out the backside. Oh, nope, it crashes. It was a good effort to try and get it around that guard. Winds up crashing. For a moment there, it looked like they had it by. Even if they did, though, it was going to squeak out the other side. So now Stratura around the other way.
Good chance to bury this in set 2.
This one here is going to go into the back house.
Well, I don't mind splitting that yellow. You could probably split that yellow and sit 2. That centerline yellow is going to kill you later in the end anyway, so.
Yeah. Electing to go around the Christmas tree here, a little wide again. Sweepers are on it for weight, presumably.
Yeah,
Sarah Moore having to tightrope along the edge of the sheet here.
Pretty much off the sheet. Yeah, with hammer, the rock that's going to bug you the most is that centerline yellow. This is going to come up short. Oh, maybe not. Still gliding. Wow, they dragged that a long way. I think you got to move this yellow here. It's going to come around. This looks a little heavy.
Yeah, this is going to be through the rings.
Dave Gazzino just looking to draw around. Sit 4.
It looks like they've figured out this weight pretty nicely.
Coming in nice. Going to be just back button. Back 4.
Just a little far.
Boy, it just keeps going. It is quick.
It's a big adjustment, though. A lot of stones have gone through the house so far, and they've managed to pick up on how fast this ice is pretty quickly.
So a good chance for Natalie Shelton to get her team out of trouble here with a good draw. Is that
has that backer to get to?
Yeah, that Stakura stone went behind T lines, so that could be the get out of jail free card.
And they were by the guard by a pretty good margin too, so
for sure
there's a little bit of room to throw some weight at this and be a little closer to the guard. They're electing to take a reasonable amount of ice, so this should just be like a normal draw.
Yeah, you want to drop this top 4. This looks heavy.
Yeah, the line is good, but still look to be struggling to get a good adjustment here. Starting to turn in. I don't know if it's going to get to that backer or not.
Got to get it by, but you got to come up. It's going to be too deep.
See if we can get it in there a little bit.
No,
There you
no,
go.
no. A little too deep.
Just a little too deep. It was a good effort and a very good adjustment. Just a little too far.
Yeah, they had to sweep to get it by, to make sure it was by. But once they're by, didn't need any additional help. Yeah, rock positioning is so important, and keeping your rocks above tee. And a good chance for Dan Gazzino here to, or Dave Gazzino, sorry, to come right down on the pin. Take this end away. A little tight.
It's got a good amount of weight.
It's all about line now. Just got to get by the yellow.
Oh, they're on it now, but they're a little late.
They waited too late. They lost it.
They did.
That was a great shot. Well thrown rock, just didn't manage to sweep. Looked tight out of his hand. Thought maybe they would sweep that early to hold the line a little bit. Now a chance for Natalie to grab a deuce back here this end.
I think so. All they need is 4 foot.
Yep, touch 4 will do it. Come right to her own. A little wider than the first one. And the sweepers haven't even offered.
Heavy again.
And too late for the wick. Mike can settle in though. He's trying to settle. And did it stop in time?
Looks like it did.
I think it just did. So a deuce.
We'll be tied up here.
For Team Shelton, they grab a 2 back to tie the game. Team Stakura will have the red rocks and the last rock advantage in the third end.
Taking a look around the rink now. On sheet 1 in our A event, Pete Dawes was forced to a 1 in the first end. Rochester 2 now with the hammer. Sheet 2, Believe versus Rock the House. Rock the House got 1 in the first end there.
Yep, stole 1.
Stole 1. Sheet 4, that is women. Oh, sorry, nope, that's Brian Moore in the red and LaRock for yellow. Brian Moore took 2 in the first end. Stone versus Women of Rock. Stone took 4. Big pile in that first end. And lastly, on sheet 6 in the other A event game, that's Howie Feldman versus Buffalo. Buffalo with a point in the first end.
Well, no center guards in play, so Team Shelton is going to try to just go around one of the corners. Sarah Moore. Oh, it's moving nice.
Yeah, this will finish fully buried right on the tee line. Second rock for Buffalo here. Gonna squeak into the back of the house. Touching the back 12. Shelton here just trying to close it off now.
Yeah, Jasminka Usyk trying to throw a center guard that they haven't got so far.
This one's a little wide, but the weight is pretty good.
Might be on the back red.
Yeah, this one did not slow down at all. Originally, it looked like it was decent, and
Starting to dig.
we'll end up in the top 12. That's not a bad result.
Well, I think you hit and roll off that one and put
Yeah.
sit 2 and 3. Trying to chase shot rock.
Yeah, this one's a little wide too. It's going to have to curl about 3 feet in order to get there.
Well, come off the center guard. This will work out okay. And roll this one to the wings.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
That's
Especially if
fine.
they can get this yellow out. They do. So,
And they're 2-3.
they're 2-3.
Lonely shot rock.
We're going to try and put this guard back up. If it's a little higher up, it'll help prevent getting to that shot rock.
Yeah, you just don't want to put this in the rings where they can hit and roll another counter on.
Yeah.
Or if you do come in the rings, you got to make sure you get it buried.
This one's got about the same line as the first one. Looks a little bit heavier. Sweeper's not even getting near that stone. Might even be on a back red. And is going to crash back there.
That's fortunate because they're 1-2 now. Little safer situation now for Team Shelton now that they've got 2 rocks in the rings. Maria Stakura.
This one's got a better line.
Looking to chip out shot stone. Line's looking pretty good.
Sweepers have gotten it by the guard. Now they need it to come over. Got a good piece of both of them, actually. Shelton's still going to be sitting 1-2 here. But everything is in the back 12 of the house.
Better than it was for Team Stakura. At least those rocks have been moved out of a easy scoring position.
Well, Team Shelton now sitting 1, 2, 3. They didn't quite get this rock over as much as they wanted to. Shakura's gonna come after this.
Came up pretty much to nose there. Looking for a roll under the corner guard. Didn't get it. Ignoring that rock on the top 12, just throwing a guard here.
They still are 1-2. So this red doesn't really do a whole lot for Shakura at the moment.
A lot of reds in the rings, though.
Might about to get it bumped up, though. Is going to be shot rock now. So a little bit of an error there. They got out wide. And now Shakura with shot rock. And he might want to tap it up here.
Well, if you could throw it, you've got a double back here. This is a double to sit a pile. Maybe save that for your last.
Yeah, it doesn't really benefit Shelton to try and cover that up right now. So that option will probably still be there later in the end.
This is over curling. This might return the favor.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then some. So trading shot rock here.
And they pushed it behind the corner too, which was doubly unfortunate.
They are only sitting 1 this time.
You could come through this way.
Yeah.
You're going to go around the outside. I like coming around the middle because that really cuts off their ability to chip you out. Like the angles for getting rid of that red rock on the outers by hitting it on the outside, it's going to direct it back towards some jams. Plus, just without hammer, you like to have those rocks in the middle, not around the outer half.
Sweepers on this to try and get it by the guard. Not going to be successful.
Ticked it over a bit, which may help.
Yeah, it's kind of preventing those doubles in the back of the house. Might be an irrelevant point if Shakura can't get the shot rock out of here, but
Yeah, I think you can get shot rock inside out still.
yeah, could come
Plenty of
back
room.
into play on the second shot here for Shakura.
Probably get this Yellowstone with bumper weight. Maybe a 10-5-11. Got it out a little wide on the center line there. It doesn't want to cross.
And it's starting to come over now. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though.
It's going to chip it. Finished hard once it gets across the center. They'll roll out, but they are shot rock in the top 8. Well, the out-turn draw is probably still there, right? Come around this way.
Yeah, I like that.
That way you're at least curling toward the 4-foot. Last rock, third end for Natalie Shelton. One more to come this end. Looking to settle into the 4-foot. Need to get by that guard. It's gonna tick.
Just not quite going to roll enough.
Not enough.
So, Stakura here with hammer, sitting 1. Really only need about half a stone on the 8-foot in order to get a deuce.
I think this out-turn draw is still the shot, right? That's the wide open path.
Yeah, that looks pretty clear to me.
If you're already shot, you don't need to be shotter, so you can leave that one alone.
They're looking at maybe tapping up this red guard on the left here.
Seems like to me this out-turn draw is pretty unobstructed. Like they're going for the raise.
It's a little wide of Broom. See if it'll come back. Sweepers are now on it.
It's over curled.
They just need a piece of the 8-foot, a good piece of the 8-foot.
And they missed a sweep call.
Not there.
Needed the weight call to alert the vice skip that was going to over curl. That was probably barely 12-foot weight. So score of 1 for Team Stakura, unless we were erroneous about who was shot there. I'm pretty sure it was red. They take a 3-2 lead. Team Shelton with the Yellow Rocks. They will have the last rock advantage here in the 4th end.
Everybody else finishing up their third ends right about now in their skip stones.
Yeah, over on sheet 1, Team Dawes has grabbed a steal of 2 to take a 3-0 lead over Rochester 2 in that A event quarterfinal. Team Believe and Rockin' House are all tied at 1. And that's one of our C event quarters. Over on sheet 4, Brian Moore has taken a 4-0 lead, stealing 2 in the second end over Team LaRock. That's in our other B event final. Team Stone holding on to a 4-1 lead over Women of Rock over on sheet 5. That's again our C event quarter. And then over on sheet 6, Buffalo is giving Team Feldman fits. Stolen the first 2 ends. And they lead 2-0 after 2. I need to pound this rock as far as it'll go. Shot rock still open.
This one's going to crash on the guard here and possibly raise it. Might have a little too much weight, though. Well, it'll stop up pretty nicely. Shot rock will be exposed.
And that's pretty well covered by the corner.
Yeah, it's almost edge on edge, but going the wrong way. Team Shelton's going to go for it regardless. Don't need too much weight here. If you wind up hitting this nose, you're probably okay. If it rolls a little bit off to the side, then you might be leaving them a good hit and roll.
It's going to roll away a little bit.
That should be fine. Right on the tee line. So shot rock fully exposed. Guards on either side.
Yeah, you're going to have to chase something here. Team Shelton now sitting 2 against you. I think the reason they didn't throw it the first time is if they wrecked one of the guards, that would be still in the 5 rock rule.
This one now
this
comfortably.
looks just fine.
Comfortably past both guards.
And a little roll behind the corner. Beautiful.
Right behind the corner. That is still behind T-line.
It's one of the guards that would be still in the 5 rock rule.
This one now.
This looks just fine.
Comfortably past both guards.
And a little roll behind the corner. Beautiful.
Right behind the corner. Back over to Team Shelton here.
Ooh, this has got a lot of moving to do.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit heavier than desired.
Here it goes.
Starting to move now. Making a beeline for the shot rock, actually.
Yeah, the weight came right off.
That's going to finish up very nicely for them.
Shot stone.
Might have caught some fresh pebble and took a quick turn.
It definitely took a big move.
Good effort by Strakura to sit on that. The Oreo cookie has come back.
Well, this one's not skewed though. The cream doesn't come out. Dave Secura trying to squirt this red one into the 4-foot. Oh, it just took a little off the weight.
Yeah, if it had a little bit more there, would have gotten by the guard.
Yeah, you want to hit that red rock on the outside, squirt it toward the 4, and seeing if you could move the yellow one back a little bit. But Team Shelton doesn't have ideal situation to score 2 here. They have to protect their shot stone. So Team Secura is keeping them busy protecting it. They can't really set up their deuce yet.
A nice little guard here.
Yep, the angle raise works.
It's actually there both ways. This one's a little easier to get, though. Less movement needed.
Just want to run that angle raise into the side of that red and push it over.
If you're lucky, could even move shot rock a little bit.
Yes, if you.
I don't know if you'll get that back 8 red into play, but
No, I think you're always jamming back there, but certainly you could help yourself if you hit the top of this red stone with this angle raise.
yeah, you're definitely not making it any worse.
Yeah. You squirt the red one over a bit, push the yellow one back a little bit. Not risking a lot here. You have really good second rock.
Yeah, there's not much that Shelton can do over here. Even if you open up this path, doesn't really open any opportunities for them.
No. Just got it too far out.
A little too far out. We'll bonk this one back further and roll out of play.
Now, how do you get your 2?
I think I like raising that center guard potentially. You're gonna leave your shot stone pretty much in the same path. It's a little far to drag it, but
Maybe you do that with your last.
that could be good for the last shot. Before then, you might want to just cover up what they're trying to work on here. The only other option they really have to get into the 4-foot, let alone near the shot rock, is that other raise.
Yeah, that angle raise is still there.
So they're going to try and protect this, it looks like. And then
You could just-
Shakura's only other option really is this other angle raise, which is barely visible on the overhead camera.
That's a long angle raise.
There's not really any other way for them to get to the 4-foot, though.
No, there's no easy draws. Yeah, that out-turn draw looks like it's nearly impossible.
Yeah, they'd have to get so far out, be really hard to have the right weight.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about going way out here. It's just, I don't know there's enough curl.
And there tends to be a mountain of unused pebble over there. Just need a delicate weight here.
Don't want to make
This is
this
a
for
little
'em.
heavy. I might just be right behind it.
Looks like it runs pretty straight out there.
Yeah. So, Shakura will have another opportunity to try and make the original shot they wanted.
Yep. Got to play it tighter. Looks like a thick half. Do the trick.
Yeah, nothing more than that needed. Don't want to put a crazy amount of weight on this because that yellow is going to wreck, and if they push their second shot too far over, yellow might end up being shot again.
Nope, this one's tight.
It's really tight. They're going to have to be on this. Yeah, I don't know if this
They're
is
going to open things
savable.
up. Yeah, they're going to open things up a little bit. Just
Bing,
a little.
bing.
Just a little.
Well, they could potentially use that one now.
Well, they're out of bullets.
If
Yeah.
they had another bullet.
All right, so they'll be forced into this wide out turn draw, and they need what? At least half in the 4? At least more than
Yeah.
half, almost full 4. Might be there.
This was the other thing that Shakura could potentially go for, and it's really got to curl a lot. They don't need it to move as much as Dave did. So So worth a shot.
Got to come tight by the guard to get this on the 4.
Final rock in the 4th end.
Got a chance.
It's by the guard. I would get up. Is it going to stop? Ooh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the red's going to be number 2 here. So it'll be a force. Shelton ties it up 3-3 through 4 ends. Stakura now with the hammer into the 5th.
Well, that answers that question. That draw was not there. They came by the guard as close as you can, and they threw T-line weight and just didn't finish. Not enough. Really good effort, though. Couldn't have thrown that rock any better.
Yeah,
and once I pay for the rocks, you can make that shot.
It was about 2 inches between the shot rock and the guard, but it was moving in a hurry. I would not want to get up there and risk it crashing. Team Dawes has taken control over on sheet 1 against Rochester 2. They've stolen again, and now they're up 6-0. Rock the House has nudged up to 3-1 lead. And they're just finishing up their 4th end. Looks like there might be some disagreement on what second rock is, so they're going to have a measure over there. But it's at least 1 for Rock the House. It'd be at least 4-1 there. Brian Moore off to a commanding lead in the first couple ends here. LaRock, a lot of work to do to come back into that game. Other sheets are finishing up their 4th ends as well.
Yeah, Brandon Stone up 5-1 over Women of Rock. And Team Feldman has righted the ship, and they grabbed a 3 in the 3rd to take a 3-2 lead over Buffalo.
That was a nice draw there to cover the pin. Stakura's lead here, giving them a great position to start this end off. They do have hammer, so they've played to the middle, and so far they have control there. We'll see if that works out.
An odd way to come around. This is the wider side. Should be much easier to freeze to shot stone on the in-turn. Now a chance for Maria Stakura to cover up this in-turn draw. He could freeze to shot stone.
So the Buffalo contingent here going to try and get another one wrapped around their center guard.
It's coming in nice.
And that'll be...
He could have swept that to get it a little closer.
Yeah.
It could have gotten second rock. I'm not sure at second.
Looks like they're sitting 1 and 3 right now. Still a good position for that rock. Current second stone can't get any better. So Shelton here going to try and come around the other way now. A little nudge on shot rock. It's still shot, but the forefoot is opened up.
Oh, really nice draw. It's going to go a little deep.
Yeah. They'll still have 1 and 2.
Behind tee, though,
They're
low
behind
pockets.
tee.
You get to that pocket either one of two ways now. You can either come off the rock on the right-hand side.
Yeah, this is setting up a little favorably for Team Shelton to get away with a steal here.
Yeah, they can drop one the 4 foot above tee line.
If you can make this shot, it'll really set them up nicely.
If you freeze on the back, at least it outcounts everything and forces Stakura to start over.
Yeah, this is going to wreck on the high one, potentially.
Oh, just rubbed.
Yeah, just rubbed over.
It rolled to a decent spot, but it's going to be wide open.
I don't think it changed anything with that red's position either. It's still being outcounted by the far yellow at the moment. So
Yeah.
even when this one goes away, they'll roll over potentially and be sitting 3, which is still good.
Need to get inside.
That one looked a little wide.
Oh boy, hanging out there. They won't like this if they hit it high side.
It's coming back. They'll just get to nose.
That's a relief.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous.
Nice weight, did curl up, didn't overthrow it. Now Brian is taking no prisoners on sheet 4. He's built up a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he's out for blood this time.
11
wasn't enough in the previous draw,
Yeah.
so after the entire game concluded. So at this point,
And really nice roll there for shot stone. Hey ho, that's worth a replay. Nice rock.
Ryan is taking no prisoners on sheet 4. He's
Monica
built up
Costa.
a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he's out for blood this time. 11 wasn't enough in the previous draw, so after the entire game concluded, so at this point.
And really nice roll there.
Heavy takeout weight here. We'll open up the middle.
Not going to be easy to get rid of that yellow stone.
No, there's a lot of backers. And they've also got that red stone lingering on the 8-foot.
You have to drive that red stone to the right. Hope you can drive the yellow stone to the left to avoid all those backers. Another quarterfinal. Looks like Team Dawes is well on their way. They're up 7-0.
Yeah, we've covered them a couple of times, and they have not made many errors. They definitely deserve to be in the A event. Their opponents, Rochester 2, had a crazy comeback in their last draw against Brian Moore on sheet 6. They're going to need another pile up in order to get back into that game.
And another nice shot by Natalie Shelton. Beautiful
Yeah,
draw.
that was very nice. Their opponents, Rochester 2, had a crazy comeback in their last draw against Brian
Little body
Moore
English as well.
sheet 6. They're going to need
slides right in.
another pile up in order to get back into that game. So they'll be sitting 1-2 right now. Strakura going to try and draw in, now count both of those yellows. He can sit on the yellow if he needs to. Higher he is, the better.
Over curled.
Yeah, this is going to be on the red, and that one subsequently is going to bump up the second rock.
And block off the draw path. Now just a guard, I think.
Yeah, I like a guard here.
Think you're going to steal two.
No reason to overcomplicate things here. They have minimal options to get in right now.
Yeah, I'll force him to the wide out turn around that high corner guard.
They can't. Before their last shot, they could have gotten all the way to their stone in the back four, that biter, but because they bumped up the yellow, doing so now, it would still be a steal of two. So they would need a real good piece of the 4-foot in order to outcount both of these. And this guard would close that option out. This stone looks like it's going to finish in a nice spot here.
Yep.
So 4 foot is cut off from any conventional means.
Yeah, that guard is Mr. Cemento on the left, so they're going to have to throw the out-turn draw on the right-hand side.
They're actually looking at a tap-up maybe.
I don't think those reds go anywhere useful. You could clear them.
Yeah, I don't know if this accomplishes anything.
Trouble is those 2 reds are kind of hooked, so if you hit one, I think you lose both.
The other problem here is they might be able to cut them down by doing this, but they're never going to get shot rock out of it.
No, I don't see how right now they can't score. I mean, the only shot they have is around the outside. They have to come this way, and I think they can get to at least second rock position in the 4 foot.
You know, it looks like they're gonna go for this tap up here.
Suppose they could tap up to full 4.
Yeah, that's got to be the objective here. I don't know. This is a really tight line and a
you're
lot of weight.
They're just playing the run back. They're hoping to chip a yellow out.
It's curling a good amount, despite the weight.
It did chip one out. No, it jammed.
No, it did not. So
Steal.
that's going to be a steal too.
Steal a 2. Yeah, I thought the out-turn draw was their only way to salvage the end. So
Yeah.
Team Shelton grabs another 2 points with a steal. They now lead 5-3. Team Stakura with the red rocks. They'll have the last rock advantage here in the 6th. Well, if Team Stakura can get a deuce here in 6, they're back in business. They will have hammer on the evens.
So Rochester 2 picks up a triple to try and close the gap. They're still down 4 through 5 ends. They are not going to give up, though, if the previous draw was anything to go by.
Yeah, they were down 5 or 6 at one point in that game.
They were down 6 and got a bucket of 5 to come back into the
That's
game.
right. They got a 5 and stole 2, so that's a quick way to turn it around. And around we go. Nice rock.
Yeah, seeing a lot of hammer strategy here. People not afraid to go after the center early.
Yeah, that center guard's a little off center, so that's a...
Yeah, pretty much unless it's a perfect center guard, people are just going to take advantage of it these days.
Even to get frozen on this, it's good.
It'll come up a little short.
Something to draw around.
Not a bad position.
Oh, Team Stone has blown open their game.
Yeah, they scored 4 in the last end.
They now lead 9-1. In control. feature match is one of the closest games here other than over on sheet 6. Team Feldman and Buffalo seem to be in a little bit of a dogfight. All right, who can get to the 4-foot first? Well, no one's found a 4-foot yet.
Yeah, middle's starting to get jammed up again here.
Well, that looks like tight ice.
Yeah, very tight.
They gonna get around that guard with that ice?
I don't think so. They'd have to be on it pretty early. Everybody's making adjustments here to this fast ice in this last draw today. Maybe an overcorrection here.
Yeah, and that's through the house weight, and it was pretty close to the guard.
Yeah, 6 feet less and it would have wrecked.
Well, there's an absolute mess on sheet 2. There have to be 15 rocks in play.
Yeah. Right now, Believe is currently sitting 2. And their hammer shot is coming down.
Well, if they stay on this, they got to get to nose. They don't want to over curl. Very nice.
Yep, that's good result there.
Yeah, I want to hit that maybe a little higher, take a little juice off of it. That went to back 4.
Yeah. The deuce on sheet 2 for Believe. Close the deficit down to 1 point. Rock the house, and they'll have the hammer in the 6th end. Sheet 4's 5th end has concluded. LaRock was only able to get 1 there. Ryan Moore definitely not taking prisoners. After 4 ends of steals, has gotten them into a force situation. And that catches us up around the rink.
Yeah, they didn't hang their 4th end score over on sheet 6. We'll try to get that for you as soon as score is posted. Sheet 6 between Team Feldman and Buffalo is in their 5th end.
Yeah, and that's a close game in the 8th end.
With an unknown score. It's a final. Team Moore victorious over Team LaRock. They got their 1 point. They decided they'd had enough fun for tonight. Team Moore moves on.
They'll be in the
B
B
event
semis tomorrow.
semifinal tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8 a.m.
Who will they end up playing? They're going to run into Bratton, I think, right?
One of the two bye teams, yeah.
It's Bratton and Rochester won.
Right.
Something tells me he probably doesn't want to, or maybe he does want to play Rochester one.
Yeah.
A little bit of vengeance.
Team Shelton in a little bit of trouble here. They need to get this rock buried.
Yeah, they're going to get a pretty good piece of it. Oh, now it's
Edge
still
on
open.
edge.
Looked like for a moment it was going to dig in at the very last second and shoot off to the side, but it's all there.
Yeah, at least get to nose here. Don't hit it high.
Not a lot of room for error on that side. Red Rock's only about 2.5 feet away, edge on edge. If they're wide, it could potentially crash on their rock in the deep 4-foot.
Yeah,
They're
they've
very narrow, so
already wrecked.
they're going to wind up splitting up these in
Oh,
the back
boy.
house. That's a little unfortunate for Strakura.
They still sit one.
That's definitely going to come as a relief to Team Shelton, though. This end was looking a little scary. Now it's...
Yeah, they need to angle raise their rock a little bit. Even if you nose it back would be a little more comforting.
Yeah. They don't want too much weight here. Back 8, probably.
Back 8, back 4. Just want to tuck this underneath onto the 4-foot.
Yeah. Really want to end up above T-line here.
Wouldn't
They
even
have the
mind.
backer if they absolutely need it,
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't even mind tapping it frozen. You're in a little bit of trouble this end. There's a lot of red counters in the rings. I think red's sitting 1-3. Little tippy tap here.
as an update on sheet 6, looks like Buffalo was forced to 1 there. That was what happened in the 4th end. Their 5th end concluding now. I see a lot of Howie Feldman stones in the house.
There were a lot of red stones laying around the 4-foot last I looked.
There is one lonely yellow, but I don't think it's shot rock at the moment. Angle raise coming in.
Need to make contact.
Just a small piece of it. It should be enough to get it shot rock.
Definitely shot. And they got it tucked.
Yeah, this is going to be much more difficult to do anything about than it was a moment ago.
Yeah, there's no run back.
They could chip it potentially. It's real tight though. They could wind up smacking into the red guard here. And if they do hit that narrow, it might bump over here and maybe kind of roll more towards the middle, but
yeah, you could get the little wick whack.
that's definitely not the called shot, but if they're a tad bit narrow, it could be a plan B. This one's a little narrow.
It's definitely tight.
They can hold it out there though.
Yeah, already on the guard.
Yeah, they're not going to get enough. They're going to get a really big chunk of this actually. It's going to crash on that and did almost the same exact thing that the previous stone did. I almost would have preferred them go for one of these raises on the guards instead. But now they really only have raises, so looks like
They've got to
Team
run
Shelton
back,
is
though.
gonna-
Got to run back for 3.
Yes.
So they have to cover.
So that's what they're going to be protecting here.
You need to guard the run back, or you need to come in and sit 2. Dealer's choice. Either draw for 2 or stop this run.
This ice looks like they're just going to guard.
Yeah, right on the 4-foot line, maybe midway. You just got to cover the nose of this rock. You can show them the outside. Over curl. Oh, this is. They gonna tap?
Yeah, they might just.
Oh boy.
This is a little heavy. I don't think it's enough to improve either of these stones dramatically, but this is gonna work for their objective here.
Don't line them up.
Okay, there might be a raise now.
No, that helped. That should go over the top. How much do you believe in drag? They're close enough you could drag them. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think you can
they're gonna
drag
look
it that
at
much. Can't drag it that much.
They're kind of looking at dragging it. I think they just bump up this
Bump it
open
to the
red
4.
and get the 4-foot. They could bump either of them potentially.
I think they're just far enough
Yellow into
apart.
red or the center guard red, which
Now
is a
the-
little bit further.
The
but
double combos lined up really nice.
yeah, I think I'd be going for that one into the 4-foot, just like that.
Yeah, it's never going on to the yellow.
Just need to touch 4-foot. Two stones to take some energy out, though. Need to throw a little bit more than you would normally, but not much.
Back 4, back 8.
Now they could be on the center guard here. They're going to have a little too much weight to potentially keep that one where it needs to be. And they hit it
Oh boy.
wide, and that did not accomplish what they needed, unfortunately.
1 yellow.
So it'll be a steal of 1 for Team Shelton. They'll go up 6-3 through 6. Couple updates around the rink. Over on sheet 6, they concluded their 5th end, and despite all the red rocks that were present a brief moment ago, Howie Feldman was only able to get 1 there. He does lead that game by 1 point, though. Other sheets are finishing up their 6th end. Meanwhile, feature match, start of the 7th. As things are shaking up, Shakura has hammer in the 7th here. Really needs a deuce in order to have a good chance here. If they do score here, of course, they'll be without hammer in the final end. So the closer they can bring in this deficit, the better. And it'll be a real nail-biter in the final end.
Yeah, they definitely need to get a multiple this end.
Sheet 1, Pete Dawes managed to bring the lead back up a little bit. It's 9-3 there now. So, second time today that Rochester has a 6-point deficit to make up. They did it the first time, though. This one here is a little wide. Sweepers
And a little
are
light.
trying to move it as far as they possibly can. I don't know if they're going to get anything in the rings, though. It looks like it's going to be pretty high guard. Maybe even hogged. Yeah, it is going to be hogged. We thank you for your contribution to the Glengarry's Piggy Bank. That'll be 25 cents.
All right, chance to claim the intern side here for Jasminka Huzik.
This one's also looking a little light.
They're carrying it.
Let me get up now. Where are we at?
And just not enough juice on that one. All right, Maria Stakura trying to be the first one into the four.
Over on sheet 5, Stone has stolen another one. Score there is now 10-1. They're throwing their stones back now in the sixth end.
And this one will not sit. It will go back 12. So a lot of rocks on this sheet, not in the 4-foot.
Yeah, another messy end here.
And none of those rocks look like likely scoring rocks yet.
Currently, it would be Shelton sitting 2. Stakura having 2 of those guards as biters. Don't really think any of those rocks are going to be scoring at the end of this.
Need a little tappy here, and this one's hanging wide. And out.
Team Shelton here perfectly content with continuing to make things messy. Don't really need to score in this end. Just need to prevent them from getting more than one. And you'll have a really good chance in the final end.
kind of queued up the raise for them. Little double raise action.
Yep, they're going to try and take advantage of this. They've been forced into a couple angle raises in this game so far.
Haven't made any so far.
No, this has been a death recipe for them. This one
looks better.
Looks better, yeah.
Got to hit it high side.
They're sweeping it really hard, though. It's going to wind up coming over the other side of the yellow stone, maybe even through the port. No, it'll wind up wrecking.
Yeah, just a little wick and a whack.
They can still tap up that red in the future, but not quite the result they were looking for. Team Shelton just going to try and guard these up again. Maybe be a little less close to the guards so that they're not setting up any angle raises.
This looks like guard weight.
Definitely guard. Sweep has got to be for line here.
Got to get it over first.
Wow, yeah, that was really light.
Just over.
Yeah, I thought that had a little bit more juice out of the hand, but sweepers made the right call and said, forget wherever this ends up line-wise, let's get it over.
Another tap attempt.
Yep, they got to get at it the other way this time because of that high guard. They could tap up either of those reds.
It's going already.
Yeah, they'll be on the far one that's closer to the 4-foot line.
Do they have enough weight? I don't know.
It'll tap it up a little. I don't know if it'll be shot. Yes, it will. Maybe not.
Oh, that's close.
One in the back of the 12-foot is still going to be shot rock, I believe.
I believe so.
And they might even still be sitting 1-2. It looks like they are.
That's questionable, but yeah, it's close. Depends on how straight the logo is.
I'm cheating a little bit. I'm looking at the overhead TV that's above us.
I think yellow is 1-2.
It looks 1-2 to me.
Yeah, they've got a bigger piece of the U of the Utica Curling Club logo. Yellow does. I don't know about that. I think yellow is 1-2.
Everybody in this club has a different way of interpreting the logos on the sheets. They're different on all of the houses here, pretty much. The only ones that are the same are sheet 3 on the glass side and the shed side, and sheet 4 shares the same logo. Pretty much everything else, subject of debate sometimes with these overhead cameras.
All right, so what are we doing here? Are we tapping up a yellow?
I think we just, I don't know, I think we can just guard up these tap-ups the other way again.
Yeah, they're going to tap their rock in the 12 would be their next shot.
Yeah, that would be fine too.
Yeah, just guard that tap and then force them into that out-turn draw. I mean, it's still should be a relatively easy draw to score 1 here, but that'd be fine by Team Shelton.
Yeah, they're more than okay to give up 1 here. They would be up 2 with hammer in the last end. That is, historically speaking, a recipe for victory. Takes a lot of errors in order to lose a game that way. And they have been playing really good so far, so I don't see that happening.
Well, they need to carry this as far as they can. Oh.
Yeah, they're going to close it up a little bit, but on the
They
wrong side.
made it tough. Made it tough.
We can still get to that far red, I think.
It's tough.
Maybe not.
It's really tough. You have to go inside out
This
at it.
line's really tight now. They could potentially get to this guard red from the outside and bump up the 12-foot red.
Yeah, that's
I don't
really-
think they're going to get enough of that guard in order to just cold bump that one into the 8-foot because there's that high guard.
Yep, it's going to be tough. They could try hit and rolling off the yellow. That might be what they're trying.
In any case, they don't need to move a stone very far here. They just need to
No.
touch 8, really.
The hit and roll works.
And they can just, yeah, they can also just draw in that way. Again, just need 8-foot here.
They have an open draw here. That seems to me the easiest.
Yeah, they might just leave that alone for
And
the
they've
last rock.
Got the hit and roll there.
If they can squeak one in this way, Shelton will probably try and out-count it the other direction, I'm imagining.
Yep, they can always play the out-turn draw. It's coming in.
Yeah, this one has some potential if it'll settle down.
Looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's going to be shot rock. Very nice. So Shelton now needs to put one full 8. Try and out-count it the other direction, I'm imagining.
Yeah, they can always
Oh,
play the
instant
out-turn draw.
replay.
It's coming in. Nice
Yeah,
weight.
This one has some potential if it'll settle down.
Looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's going to be shot
Very nice.
rock. Very.
As predicted, now the out-turn draw.
Ball is in Team Shelton's court.
You can even go back 8 shot here if you want. Just get buried.
Yeah, I'd like to see it higher up. I think it makes it a little more difficult to get a deuce.
Yep, but just main thing, got to be shot and you got to be buried. You can't be in the open. Oh, if they get this by, it's gold.
They do have it by. It's going to be shot rock.
There you
Man,
go.
that
That
is
is
a
a
great
great
shot.
shot. Wowie, wowie.
Well, if they get
Just
this by, it's
squeaked by
gold.
the guard.
They do have it by. It's going to be shot rock.
There you
Man,
go.
that is a
That is
great
a great
shot.
shot.
So Team Strakura now really needs 2 here. That is going to be difficult.
And I don't see that in the cards. They can chip this out for 1.
They were, when we were in the instant replay, they were potentially looking at if they could get enough of this shot rock to potentially nudge the 12-foot yellow in the back as well. If they did, it might be a measure for those forward 2.
Yep.
We think it's yellow. Cheating a little bit with the bigger picture on the TV in the warm room, but
Doesn't want to curl.
it's definitely worth a measure if it was there. This one, though, staying outside, not going to come back in. So, that right there will conclude the 7th end. A steal of 1 for Team Shelton. They'll be up 4 without Hammer coming home.
Good spot to be in. See, they finally gave up on.
Yeah, a couple of small updates here. Over on sheet 2, Believe picked up 1 for a steal in the 6th. They're finishing up their 7th end right now. Over on sheet 5, Brandon Stone picked up another one. it looks like. No, they're
Still 10-1.
still 10-1. Yep. And then finally, there's a measure going on sheet 6 at the conclusion of their 6th end. Didn't see if this was for shot rock or for a potential second, one way or the other. Buffalo had hammer there. Well, whatever happens there, it looks like Howie won that measure. So not sure if that was for a steal or to reduce them down. We'll get you the updated score momentarily when they post it. Meanwhile, we've got a hot one here. It's gonna split this guard into the back 12 here. Don't want it out. It is still in play.
Don't need any rocks in play if you're Shelton.
It looks like they're going to be shaking here on sheet 5. So that'll be victory for Brandon Stone. He'll be moving on into the semifinals.
Looks like they picked up another 2 to salt that game away.
Yep, final score there, 12-1. And they'll move on into that's the C semis, I believe.
Yep, C semifinal. For Team Shelton, the strategy is easy. Hit everything that's red.
Yeah, this one spilled away off the sheet.
Just kill that center guard. The only rock you care about is the guards. Just kill the guards. Anything red. Run them out of rocks.
Big opportunity developing on sheet 2 for Rock the House. It's a tied game there, but there is 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 yellow stones, and it's going to be 5 yellow stones now sitting in the house. Believe only has their final skip stone left.
Yeah, that is one ugly house.
And Rock the House has the hammer, so they're going to have a lot of pain there potentially. Didn't think about their shot very long. Math is simple. Hit and roll over and sit shot rock. The fact that they have 5 in doesn't matter.
Yep.
Updated score on sheet 6. Buffalo got 1 with their hammer. So that is now a tied game going into the 7th. Howie Feldman with the hammer. Now Buffalo, Shakura here, going to have another center guard. Skip Shelton here really wants one in. I'd be okay clearing out the guards.
It's real simple. Hit red rocks. Whap red rocks.
Hunt for wabbits.
Yes.
This one got where she wanted it. Right now going to try and tap up their guard. Sheet 2, the Hammer Rock, has promoted 2 potential biters into definitely not biters. And they are going to have at least 5, maybe even 6. There's a biter in the back of the house that could potentially need a biter bar to determine if it's in or not.
Oh,
Shakura
nice.
here had a very nice promotion.
Very nice raise. There we go.
So that'll bump out that hard-earned button draw. Potential biters into definitely not biters, and they are going to have at least 5, maybe even 6. There's a biter in the back of the house that could potentially need a biter bar to determine if Shelton it's in here going to now set up for this removal while we're looking at the replay. Very nice promotion.
Very nice raise. There we go.
So that'll bump. Stone is coming in now. Well, 5 or 6, it didn't matter on sheet 2. They decided enough is enough after that one. So, rock the house, at least the 9-4 victory. Shelton gets rid of that rock easily. One less red rabbit to deal with.
They're just about out of rocks. They have to score the remaining rocks.
Yeah, this is going to be on the guard. They now need to split things into the house.
Oh, they have to score one of those guards and all the remaining ones, right?
Yeah.
Could throw this one away.
Four of our 6 games have concluded now, so temperature in the shed is going to be dropping pretty quickly. Stones will start to stick up a little bit.
Yeah, it's 100 watts a person, so the heat load goes down dramatically once people start leaving.
Yeah. And that's 32 bodies that just got off. No.
Okay, this one's got to stick around. Yeah, it looks like it will. Should roll a little bit into the open. You just need to remove this rock for the win. The only thing you can't do is wreck the guards and push one in for them, because they have to score one of those guards and the remaining 2 shooters. Now, if you don't throw, I don't think they can score 4.
Yeah.
So Natalie Shelton with her first rock, trying to run Team Stakura out of rocks.
I'm very close to doing so. They're down to skip stones. Only have one in the rings right now, and they need 4. Could potentially split some of the guards in if they have an opportunity, but that's going to require a miss here.
Like just throwing draw tap weight here.
Yeah, it needs to move a good amount in order to get that red out. I think they could have hit that out. They need a pretty good amount of it. But it'll be just sitting on the shot rock there, right in front of it.
Well, you can get around to the inside. You might be able to push that out.
Possibly.
And you still need to score one of your guards and the shooter, so they have to split something in. I'm not seeing how you split one of those 3 guards in. Need a catcher somewhere, and I don't see a catcher in the right spot. This one's hanging wide.
Yeah, if this one doesn't stick around, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, if they remove their own, it's game over. They did get.
All right, well, they're sitting 2 now.
Now, they're not mathematically eliminated, but I think for all practical purposes, I don't see how to get rid of the yellow, or if you can raise 2 reds in.
Yeah.
Kill the yellow. I don't know, kill anything. How do you get 2 rocks on the rings to count that yellow?
Yeah, the only way I could see potentially getting 2 reds in one shot is double raising 2 of those guards.
None of them are lined up right.
Yeah,
The only
in order to hit 2 there, they would need to hit the one on the left side first, roll into that closer guard, but that angle is probably not going to result in a biter for them.
And you need to stick it on a yellow or something. You need a catcher.
The shot for Team Shelton here is going to go into the back of the house here. Yeah, and of course they have to outcount that one in the back house now too, so they really don't have much here.
I don't see.
2 rocks need to be full 12.
Almost biting 8.
They can get one. They can get 1 easily, but getting 2 is pretty much impossible. They're looking at what I was showing, but I just don't see how they're going to get full 12 with that first stone they need to hit. It's going to spill out too far to the side.
Yeah, if it was further apart, maybe you could squirt it thin into the 8-foot or something, but I just don't see it.
Possibly. Or if it was
you need to figure
closer to the house than the middle guard.
You just need to figure a way to stick one of those stones onto the yellow as a catcher. I don't see how you can even do that.
They're going to go the other way here. I'm assuming the plan is to hit this right guard almost nose and see if it'll corkscrew back into the 12-foot.
Well, no, you want to run it into the yellow if you can. Probably got to hit it really thin and hope you can squirt the other rock into the 12.
I don't know if it's going to have the right angle for that, though. I think it's going to go over the top of the
have
yellow.
To hit it so thin.
They are barely going to get a piece of it.
Oh, they're looking to do this little rub off into the yellow. Good try.
Good effort. They'll pick up 2 in the final end. That's not enough to do it, so final score will be Shakura 5, Shelton 7 after 8 ends. It was a well-fought game.
And Team Shelton moves on to the B semis tomorrow morning, so we'll be unable to bring you the finish of the Feldman-Buffalo game, but you can always check the results at uticacurlingclub.org. And that's the conclusion of our webcast tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for the semifinals. Until then, Roger Roulette, Peter Jovi with the Utica Curling Channel. See you around.